help. I don't know where they went. We've got helpers over here too. All right, my name is Risa Duff. And I kind of joke with everybody, like peanut butter cups, Risa peanut butter cups, and Duff beer off The Simpsons. You guys know what I'm talking about? I hate peanut butter cups and beer, just saying. Oh. Anyways, I just wanted to share with you a little bit. I have been with Scentsy for over 7 years now, and I've been a director for over 4 years now. I've earned annual sales award 4 times. 4 times. I already earned this current one. And I've earned, I don't even know how many, hi! I was like, wait a minute. I don't even know how many actual incentive trips I've earned, but I am crossing my fingers that I hit top 100 for this one.
And you survived luggage and stuff.
And I survived. I survived in Europe for 6 days without luggage. Anyways, I am so excited to be here sharing one of my most favorite, newest little fun things to help my Scentsy business. I'm kind of a techie geek, so I'm not that good at it, but I really like it. So I was really excited to have something that was on my phone and completely mobile. How many of you actually looked at Maven though as our topic and was like, really? You guys are gonna talk about Maven again? Or I don't know what Maven is, or I'm really sick of hearing it. I am just here to share a little bit about how using Maven can truly help be the game changer for your Scentsy business. How it actually can help you work smarter, not harder. Okay, did you guys know that 70% of Scentsy customers never actually purchase again after their initial purchase? I actually completely blame that on us consultants not remembering. Not remembering that it's actually been 9 months since that person bought that 6-pack of bars. And now we're doing a disservice to them because it's been 9 months since their house has smelled good. I'm just saying. Remember that Scentsy, even though we think about Scentsy daily, or we should be as the business owners of it, our customers don't. It's not top of mind to them. You're not bothering them by reminding them of Scentsy. Scentsy has so many consumable products that truthfully everybody that you've ever sold to should reorder again at some point. Okay, fun fact, and I didn't actually know this. This was something I just recently learned. Collectively, we consultants sell around 400 million PRV per year. If half of those just purchased one more time, that would increase by roughly 120 million. Okay, that feels like a big number to me. So to break it down, that's like basically growing 30% year over year. So you yourself, you can see that how you can grow 30%. Personally, looking at my stats for the last 4 or 5 years, I've grown over 25% year over year, so I'm right in line with that 30%. If you're gonna ask me how I've done it, I'm gonna tell you follow up. Have I been a stickler and perfect at it? Absolutely not. But I always remember everything, or I don't remember everything. I always remember that that's something I need to do is follow up. Following up is what truly creates your relationship with your cold market customers. Remember the 2-2-2 formula that everybody talks about? 2 weeks, or 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. Your first contact post an order only should be, thank you. Thank you, hope you love your products. Nothing more. That second time you contact, that's just when you want to check in and say, are you liking what you got? Do you love your Blue Grotto Scentsy bar? Things on those lines. Now the third time you contact, again, we're roughly at 2 months. And I know that they said the stats that they usually reorder after 7 days. That's very true, but they don't really need stuff until about 2 months, truthfully. At that third time though, that's when you're kind of like, hey, can we refill your stash? Can we, or do you want some more bars? Have you seen the new warmers? Did you know that we had bring back my bars? Everything like that. I don't know about you guys, and I actually this was really funny because I just wrote this not that long ago, and then someone said it. She's like, you're totally my dealer. Because on Facebook Messenger, she just set up that she can automatically send me money on Facebook Messenger now. She's like, oh, this is not good. And that's happened on more than one occasion. Following up, though, is what creates your loyalty. Because remember that people buy from the ones that they know, like, and trust. So get to know your customers. Remember things about them. Make notes about them. Things like that. They're going to get to know you that way. And then they're going to learn to like you. And then they're going to learn to trust that you're actually going to be doing Scentsy, in the foreseeable future. Remember, though, if you follow up, or if you're contacting someone, it actually can take 7 times of contacting them before they actually take any sort of action and or purchase. So if you follow up once, they don't respond. You follow up twice, they don't respond. You follow up 5 times, they still don't respond. It's okay. Just keep doing it. And honestly, until they tell you, don't contact me anymore, you're not bothering them. Okay, so when you're a new consultant, your follow-up system usually is kind of just organized in your head, or maybe sticky notes. I still use sticky notes. But as your customer base grows, you're going to need something. It's gonna get extremely difficult for you to remember everything. Some people actually use binders. Binders are great. I used them for 2 years. I wasn't the greatest at binders though. I was really good at you take your order, you're waiting on their order, now we need to follow up. They never finished moving through the cycle. I was bad about that. But I liked that I had all of everybody's history kind of at my fingertips. That was pretty easy. But again, it was a binder that I had to go and fetch. Maven was designed to help you change the script with your customer follow-ups. I don't exactly remember. Scentsy partnered with Maven, we'll say roughly a year ago, not exactly sure of the time, to help you truly stay on top of your business by making it easier to foster your customer relationships and sell more throughout your busy day. You can use Maven to maximize your PRV and minimize your efforts. Let's remember, smarter, not harder. Now that I'm following up, just a little side note, I don't actually send a lot of links in my follow-up, and I know that you're gonna see if you're in the app that they do have links automatically in there. I don't use links. To me, it's really spammy. I don't use links until they ask for them or until I offer, say, hey, do you want this link? Also, don't leave anything open to interpretation, and don't leave anything open-ended. If someone says, hey, I will place an order on Friday, payday's Friday, okay, great. I usually reach back out to them and say, would you like me to help you, or would you like me to follow up with you on Friday to remind you to go ahead and place that order? They're like, oh yeah, don't let me forget, because they always, again, top of mind for us, not top of mind for them. But now you have your phone, and you've got your app, and you've got Maven. You can put a note in there to remind you to follow up. So now you don't have to remember it either. Maven actually integrates or syncs daily with Scentsy overnight, so anything that happens today, it'll be in your Maven app tomorrow. Let me ask you though, do you know when your last customer actually ordered? Do you know what they ordered? Can you remember right now all 6 bars that they ordered? Can you remember what they ordered 6 months ago? If you needed that information, what are you gonna do? Go to the workstation? How long does it actually take you to get into the workstation, get to the orders, and we got the new system now, the orders history, find their name, or however you're gonna go, even if you're gonna go to their contact, or however you're gonna look for it. It's cumbersome, basically. With the Maven app, in short, you can get to that a lot faster. Super easy. And the other thing, honestly, now I remember to follow up with these people because I just saw it, and then I saw, oh, it's been 9 months since they ordered, or whatever the case may be. Using an automated system like the Maven app makes customer follow-up so much easier because it gives you prompts. It gives you to-dos. And let's be real, well, actually, I'll back up. The to-dos will show up as little numbers on the outside of your app on your phone. There's 2 different kinds of people out there. There's kinds with 100 emails that need to be opened and kinds with 0. I can't stand having that 100 numbers sitting there going, open, open. She right there, I know she's the one with 500 emails to open, just saying. Yeah, she's the one that you have to text her 10 times and you're like, I'm texting you, you need to read this. As a customer orders, their name automatically is categorized or tagged as a customer in the Maven app when it syncs overnight. You can change these tags though. You don't have to leave it to say customer, or you can have it say customer and something else. Maybe they need to be tagged as a potential host, maybe a potential recruit. Or if they're a consultant, now you can actually tag them as team member. This helps organize all of your follow-ups, by the way. The app truly gives you the ability to do what you need to do easily. Did I mention if you hit them as potential recruit, it'll actually create follow-ups to remind you to follow up with this person. And I can't remember the time frame on it, but it's a good time frame that reminds you to follow up until they hit it. Yep.
Do you like to change yours, or do you like to leave it how it is pre-generated, or do you like to customize your follow-up?
The templates, I'll get to that. I changed mine. The quick answer, yes, I changed mine to because I needed it to make it sound like me.
Right.
You know, so. And I have my own language, let me tell you. You can also make any notes you'd like about a person, like we mentioned earlier, and you can set those notes to remind you to follow up again. She's laughing because she knows my language. The app is also amazing for product sharing and other recording activities like samples. Let's talk about samples for a minute. We all make them or have made them. We've all shared them. But have you guys followed up with all of them, truthfully?
Nope.
So with the Maven app now, it'll set, if you record that you gave them a sample, which is super easy, it'll take you like 5 seconds. You go to the thing, hit the plus, click sample, and then you type in exactly what you get them. Super easy. It'll actually set a follow-up now to remind you to follow up with them. So that's really cool. Again, all that is customizable. Product sharing. Let Maven help you personalize the experience with your customer. Under the context section, there's a couple different things here. You can create a wish list for somebody. So I kind of recommend if you have a potential hostess or a current hostess and you want to create a wish list for them. You create this wish list, you put the 5 or 6 products that they're geared towards, and you put it on their wish list, and that actually creates a link that you can send to them. So now you sent them this link. They're gonna click on it, and they're gonna see all these 5 products that they want. When it's in front of them like that, they have to own it. So they're gonna work a little harder to get those 5 products that they want. So that's really kind of a cool thing. The other thing that's cool is, say they liked, this is kind of a bad example because I know it's going retiring, but say they like Sunkissed Citrus, and they always get the bars. But I wonder if they actually know that we have laundry. So now if you just type in Sunkissed Citrus, you find everything in it, you go click, 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 you can send off to that person, hey, just wanted to let you know Sunkissed Citrus comes in like all this other stuff. Mind blown. Like customers are truly mind blown sometimes. Maven created a contact form for us too. So now you just handed a sample to somebody on the road, we'll just say, whatever, gas station, something like that. And you don't really know this person, you can get their information super quick. You can hand them your phone with the contact form pulled up, and it'll you have them fill out their information as best as they can. Once they hit submit, it's gonna create a follow-up for you for the next day. So that's really cool. So you're not gonna forget that you just gave them that. It's all gonna tell you, it reminds you every little detail. Utilizing this contact form like in events, I use the event mode contact form. It can be really totally huge. The way I kind of do it at events is I typically have like my iPad and my phone there, and I'll hand my iPad to them and like, hey, do you want to enter my drawing? But I give them the contact form. It's pulled up, and people think it's cool that you have something like electronic too. But I hand it to them, they fill it out, and they're like, oh, I don't know all this information. I'm like, that's okay, just fill out what you can. At least give me your phone number or something along those lines. Okay, it creates a follow-up for the next day. So then I can go in and I can customize a template, and I can say, hey, it was super nice meeting you yesterday at the craft fair. I just wanted to let you know that you didn't win the grand prize, but you did win a chance for some free product and half price. Are you interested? Do you like how I just segued into getting a party out of them? So that's like super cool. Plus they remember, oh yeah, I did just meet her yesterday or whatever. And a lot of times they go completely off topic, but at least you actually followed up. Because I know I was horrible for years about following up from contact forms, like the little paper drawing ones. If they happen to check like interested in hosting or interested in becoming a team member, it'll actually help your contact form or your follow-up, it'll kind of dictate that to you. So it'll all be right in front of you. Okay, another cool feature. Say, we've all done this, you combine orders on the workstation. This person wants 3 bars, this person wants 3 bars. I want to put it as a 6-pack because I want to do buy 5, get 1 free. We've all done it. Once that integrates into Maven overnight, you can actually separate out that 6-pack of bars. And you can be 2 bars to this person, 2 bars to this person, 2 bars to that person. She's like, aha. So that's kind of a really cool feature that a lot of people don't realize. And then it'll follow suit with the follow-ups of the timing of the original order. So that's actually like really cool. I don't know if I mentioned, but this actually follows up directly from the app. So as much information as you put into it is what you're gonna get out of it. So the follow-up is gonna pop up and it's gonna say, you need to follow up with Sally Sue, whatever. If you only entered in her email address, then it's not gonna give you the option to be able to text that person. But whatever information you can put into it is the information that will actually pop up, so you can hit text. So when you hit text, it pops open your text app, and it'll actually autofill what you should say to them. Now, you always wanna go in there and customize it, because again, I don't think, it's really great verbiage, but it's not me. You know, we're all from the Midwest, they're from California. They say things differently than we do, you know? So I'm just gonna share a couple of my templates with you, just so you can kind of see what you'd be looking at in there. So the first follow-up is considered number 1, and I say, hey, first name. And the reason why I say that is because in the customizable template, it'll say first name because it autofills the first name of your customer. So, hey, first name, just wanted to say thank you for your order. I really love, and it says product, because it'll autofill the products that they ordered. So I'll say, oh, I really love Blue Grotto. Sometimes it comes out funky, like 6-pack of bars and whatever, but it's fine, just edit it, you know, because you'll have the option to be able to edit it, each individual text before it sends anyways. At the end of my first one, I always say thank you again. The number 2 follow-up, I say, hey, first name, hope you had a great Christmas. I wrote this in January, okay? So hope you had a great Christmas. Just wanted to stop and see if you're loving your yummy products. If you haven't yet, make sure you join my VIP group and check out all the fun in there. Then I list the name of my VIP group. Then I say, because again, I don't like direct links. I don't like putting links on anything. I think it looks spammy. That's just my personal opinion. But I'll say, let me know if you want a direct link to it. Because then, you know, it's causing them to kind of follow up a little bit or respond to you. And then they think that you want to talk to them and you're not just trying to get them in your VIP group. The third follow-up, I say, hey, first name, I know it's been a while since I've reached out to you. And I said, yeah. And I'm from Ohio, and I still said, yeah. Just wanted to see if there's anything I can help you with. Refill your stash, need any non-holiday scents, tons of fun things in January, including 25 retired bars. Because I wanted to insert like something that's going on, you know? And if they're like, oh, what's your 25 retired bars? Then I might send back a picture or something like that. But again, no pictures, no links, no anything, it's all personal. Because yes, yep, until you go in and change it again. So, like, I haven't changed my number 2 yet, and I need to do that, and it still says this. So, but when I sit down to actually start, that's when I go through and change my template for what I'm gonna do. Okay, so there is a template for joining, and it'll say, hey, first name, I know you've been thinking about joining Scentsy, and it actually autofills Scentsy. Just wanted to let you know that February is an awesome month to join. You get an enhanced starter kit with the current stuff and the newest catalogs and testers from the spring too, at no additional cost. Let me know if you want to know more. It is hot in here, isn't it? Yeah. My hair curls when I get hot too, so I'm gonna have curly hair by the end. A couple other templates, just so you know, I'm just gonna run through the other templates that are in there that you can customize. There is a check on the sample template, a talk to someone news template, engage in a past customer template, catch up with a recruit prospect. That one's kind of cool and you should go in and customize that one. Check in with a hostess prospect. And it says like, hey, first name, hope your day is going well. Thank you for offering to host a Scentsy party. I just wanted to get something on the calendar soon to make sure you have enough time to prepare. What day are you thinking? Or even say, I have this Saturday and this Saturday open, or, you know, you guys have typically had conversations with these people so that you kind of can gauge where you're gonna go with that. More templates, message a contact, follow up from a note, follow up from a contact, share a wish list, wish a happy birthday, which by the way, like statistics show that you should technically text or like message somebody happy birthday instead of posting it on Facebook. Nope, still gonna post on Facebook, personally. But they say you'll get better engagement if you do that. Share a product with a customer or share products directly onto Facebook because it's integrated with your Facebook account and your Instagram account if you want to. And there's a whole nother spectrum of Instagram stuff that we're not getting into. Maven documents everything you do when you do it. So if you followed up via text yesterday at 5 o'clock and you go back into them today, it's gonna say texted follow-up February 1st, 5 p.m. It's kind of a cool feature because then you can go back and you say, okay, we talked via text or we talked via Facebook Messenger or whatever the case may be. Who here feels like they have a good follow-up system? There's not really that many of you raising your hands. Whether it doesn't have to be Maven, it can be anything. How many of you actually feel like you struggle with follow-ups? What's the part that you struggle with the most? Remembering?
Wording.
Verbiage? The actual talking to people, so it's verbiage, maybe. Okay, so all of that, including the have the time to do it, is covered with the Maven app. It gives you your verbiage. Yeah, you're gonna change it a little bit, but if you kind of stick to the concept of what they said, you're gonna be great. As far as finding time, this one's good. You can do Maven when you're going to the bathroom. True story. You can do Maven, you know, I was doing it the other day where I had my iPad open and I was listening to Janessa, who is one of the Maven crew. She goes live every Monday for other trainings and stuff on the group. Anyways, I was like, I'm just sitting here staring at her. Crap, I still have 50 Mavens to do. I slid through less than 30 of them in less than 10 minutes. Because not every single person do you actually follow up with anyway. Sometimes you're just putting it back in your mind to put them back into the system anyways. I just talked to this person yesterday, I'm not gonna send her a text saying, you know, so you pick and choose and you go through it, but that's what makes it a lot faster because the all actuality is everybody still keeps popping back for you to be remembered, reminded.
Is that when you use those templates? then?
Yes,
Awesome.
yes.
How many can you, up to how many can you create?
Well, you can have one template for each of the
Categories.
Oh.
category, there you go,
Okay.
for each category. But I mean, you get through, like say you did an event yesterday and you change that template for your follow-ups for all your event, then you click all of your to-dos for your event, and then you might change the template again for, you know, for the next series of people that you're gonna do. Changing the template takes 2 seconds, truthfully. You just put it to your verbiage, how you want it. You know, like I said, I customize it to holidays or special things that are happening or things like that. Other than that, I don't mess with it a whole lot. Because before you actually hit send with your text, you have the option of changing things again. Quick side note, I don't have, hey, this is Risa, your Scentsy lady, in my Maven template. I actually has it as a shortcut on my keyboard because not everybody needs to know my name again. So therefore, if I'm like, okay, this is the first time I've ever contacted this person, I can just go move the cursor, hit my shortcut on my keyboard, insert that whole phrase, bam, done.
They
So-
also have a button there that I just learned today that you can press default and it'll go back to original.
Yep, and you can take it back to what Maven dictated as their showcase of that.
Because like I use shortcuts, but I never think of what to name it. So when so constantly erasing, hi, my name is Carrie. You're Scentsy lady, and I was just like, I think I know who you are.
That's why I have that on my actual keyboard. That's in your in your settings of your phone. You can set up shortcuts. I think I have mine as like ZZ or something or XX because I put 2 letters together that you'll never use when you're actually texting someone. Yeah, mine's either. What did we do last year for World Tour? We had like CCC or something really weird.
WT was, it's still coming up last year's, all the hashtags. Yeah.
She does it too all the time. She always puts shortcuts in because then she wants to put all these hashtags on something every single time consistently. Well, typing that all out, ugh. So she does that too. Like, but I still have all mine in there too.
I think mine's
I forget what that
BBB.
one was. What?
I think mine's like BBB.
Yeah, I think mine's BB. No, BBB is my website. I remember that one. But no matter what you guys do, you absolutely, the biggest thing is you have to follow up. You are leaving money on the table if you're not following up. Remember that. So make sure every single person that you do come in contact with, make sure you're collecting all of their information as best as you can. You're gonna notice that the Maven app asks for their Facebook handle, and 98% of people don't know what a Facebook handle is. It's kind of hard to show you without a computer, but you can totally find it and you can go and enter that in, and then you can, communicate with this person via Facebook Messenger, which, by the way, most of us probably like using because then we know if they read it or not. It does take a little bit of time to set up the message templates, but we're not talking hours, we're talking minutes. Do you sit and have to wait and pick up your kids in the kids line at school? Yeah. That's minutes. You can get through 10 Mavens and set up your templates. Do you watch TV? Grey's Anatomy, Thursday night? I mean, I wait until, she's like, yeah, I do. I do it during, because I like to fast forward through the commercials still. So, but I do it during. I just sit there and I kick through my Mavens. It used to be, when I had the notebook, I had to get up, go get the notebook, rifle through papers, dig out what I really needed. And that was a lot of work. Now with Maven and all my to-dos sitting right there, I'm like, I don't want to talk to this person right now, but I'm going to click on like, okay, done. Then that way it'll remind me to follow up again in 2 months or whatever. I do that a lot, so we won't lie. And it even tells you like birthdays, and I'm like, I told myself I was gonna shut that feature off, because you can. But I'm like, oh, that one time I'll probably want their birthday or wanna know. But honestly, everybody needs to remember my birthday. I forget about everybody else's. Just ask my boyfriend, what did I get you for yours?
Still waiting on it.
Yeah, exactly. Remember, this is your job. This is your business. You want to do what you can to be successful. So why not do it a little bit easier? If you can just sit there, you have your phone in your hands anyways. We all have our phones attached to our hip. I think mine's here right now even. I didn't even set it down. Why not use something that's right there in your hands anyways? Just be consistent. Stick to your 222 if that's what you're going to start to do. And by the way, you can change that timing. If you don't like 222, you can change the timing to be 333 or whatever the case may be. That's another little customizable feature. This app, so easy, so easy. You can't be successful consultants without doing the work, but make the work easier. Remember, connecting with somebody just one more time could be the difference between your next sale. And it's funny that we talk about this, but it's true. Somebody else, some other consultant didn't follow up, you follow up, you just got a $200 sale. Mm-hmm. And maybe they've bought from that person for 3 years, and then maybe they haven't bought for a year because that customer hasn't followed up. So now they're afraid they're not gonna hear from anybody for a year. So your follow-ups help keep you top of mind with them too. The pricing, I always kind of forget the pricing. I think it's $7.99 per month. Or if you purchase 12 months, you get like a little bit of a discount or something. So, 70, yeah, I think I saw that because I just did my taxes last week and I saw that it was 77 that I paid on it. But for the price of a bar, this is a little something that her husband actually said like a year ago, and it stuck with me. So I'm glad he's not in the room because he would have way too happy about this. But for the price of a bar, $6, or the price of a room spray, you just paid for a huge tool to help your business. If you're short on money or something like that, we all use room sprays. Well, I don't use room sprays as much, but we all use room sprays in bars. We do. So if you give up one, don't you think it's worth it? And the biggest thing is I want you guys to know that you're not alone with this app. First of all, 50% of the people have it. Probably 30% of the people know it pretty well that's in here right now. So you have all these people that can help you. There's also a Facebook group that Maven runs, and it's only for Scentsy consultants. It's not like you're gonna be thrown in the mix with like a whole bunch of other people, but you do have to be signed up for the premium version, is what they call it, in order to be in that group. And Janessa and her team go live pretty much every Monday. They tell us new features, they help us remember certain things. Most of the people that work at Maven have been consultants, like direct sales consultants for some company or another. So they have all been in the trenches with us. So they actually know what we what we're asking, what that means, and what we're really looking for. Oh,
it's like powered by Maven, Scentsy.
Hashtag Scentsy powered by Maven or something.
Something like that.
There's like a hashtag in there. It's really weird.
It's Scentsy, hashtag powered by Maven.
There you go. Powered by Maven.
Join it right now and I'll approve you.
Because she's sitting in it right now. So they go in there though, and they're in all the time. Like if you comment in there, they're gonna respond to you super fast. There is a 101 course that walks you through like the beginning stages of everything. I don't know, honestly, that group is amazing. Their whole team is amazing. But I actually kept my little talk today short because I knew I was right before lunch and I figured people wanted to kind of get out of here a little bit early to be able to get to lunch. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Anything else?
Isn't there a Maven shop?
A Maven shop? What do you mean?
Like where you can put in the product shop, social shop.
Yes, but that's the part that I said I wasn't gonna get into. There's a social shop that kind of correlates along with Instagram, but that's a whole nother spectrum. We're just talking about the follow-up part today. But yeah, that social shop is really cool. Yeah. So I try to make it fun, like, all right, I'm gonna give you the sample, but only if you promise me to tell me how you like it. And I'll say something like that, and then they're like, okay, I'll do that. I'm like, I need your phone number. So then I'll hand them my phone or something. So that's kind of how I try to make it fun, make it, and I try to, when I pass out samples, make them act like they only get them because they're gonna tell me what they think. Like it's a service back for me almost, so. People, honestly, and I do live in a small town, but people are very receptive of that. So obviously, if it doesn't work for you, because you have different environments or whatever, and a lot of times you can find them, if they only give you your name, you can still find them on Facebook. So, anything else? Yeah. I'm sorry?
I thought I saw a contest. Like a.
Oh, the contest, what is it? If you do 30 to-dos by Monday, you get entered in a drawing for.
Yeah, so you don't have to sign up, just do 30 to-dos. Just work your to-dos over the weekend, make sure you get 30 in. Well, there you go. And you're good, you're entered.
And then you'll announce it on the group. So you want to be in the group because that's where they'll announce where the winner is. So they can track everything we do, okay? Well, this is 2019 and unfortunately we're all tracked. So, anything else? You guys go enjoy lunch.
Thank you.
Thanks.